I'm Nikolaos. I am the director of CIMX. CIMX is the China International Mice Exchange. CIMX is the China International Mice Exchange that will happen this year in November, 3 to 5 November in Beijing, which will be an event, a trade show actually, purely focused on the Chinese mice market, which is the number one market in business travel. It's a growing market with two-digit growth year on year. And since there is currently no international platform or truly international platform in the Chinese market, we are creating one. It's the first time. And there's absolutely this demand from the industry. There's this demand from international suppliers and destinations. There's demand from international mice associations who are partnering with us, and everybody's very excited to come to the show. Well, if you mean the Asia-Pacific region, though, there is a lot of new shows coming up. There's some older ones, let's say, but it shows that there is movement, let's say, in the market. Yeah? Otherwise, those trade shows would not come up. Trade shows only mirror the market. So if there's no market, there's no trade shows. If there is market, trade shows will appear. Now, CIMX is purely focused on the Chinese market. And for the whole Chinese region, let's say, there is at the moment no other show. And you know, China is a huge market. It's the number one mice market in all Asia Pacific. So, and we also know that China is a very special market with its special tools, its special channels, WeChat, you know, a lot of Chinese language requirements. So the Chinese market certainly needs its own show and its own platform, and this is what we're creating. So we are confident that we will have around about 200 plus exhibitors in this year. Our hosted buyer program will feature 350 hosted buyers, mostly from China. We will also invite some international buyers for our Chinese destinations and suppliers. And we're expecting around about 5,000 trade visitors to come to our show in Beijing. I think any major conflict in the world always has repercussions for trade shows, no matter in which industry. Obviously, travel and tourism is especially affected by this conflict, and very unfortunately so. We do hope that this conflict will cease in the next few weeks or months. We hope this is not going to be an ongoing conflict. If it is, obviously it will have repercussions for our event as well. However, we do have a lot of current requests also from the Middle East. So at least they are somewhat optimistic that by November, maybe these operations will have ceased and they can come to our show and promote their otherwise beautiful and interesting region. Well, as this event, we are positioning ourselves as a premier event. So there's a lot of local, smaller events in China, which are handling mostly domestic activities within China. So we are different from that. So we have a very much cross-border international focus. And then price-wise, if you're asking for this, we are somewhat on par, if not cheaper, than some of the international shows for sure. But these segment shows, let's say, they have their value. And we say, I'm from Berlin, I'm from Germany, and we say things that don't cost anything are not worth anything. So I think we're matching the price with the value that we're going to deliver. And so far we have a lot of commitments and confirmations. So it seems to be a reasonably priced event. The show will happen in Beijing, 3 to 5 November this year. It's the first edition under this brand CIMX. We already had a show last year in September, a soft launch event, which was already quite successful. So this is kind of our second event. But yes, November, 3 to 5 in Beijing.